Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and today we have seen an update for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The first one since software update 10, and it is still a beta update, however it does contain some very interesting fixes for the most of us. As you can see, I'm currently flying along in my Builds A320, and I'm not 100% sure if you can actually notice on the screen, but things have smoothed out quite a bit. And the reason for that is that Builds have indeed fixed the performance issues in the A310 with the current beta update, or at least they did for me myself. So in the end it turned out the problem has not been with the WASM code that has not been compiled, but the problem seems to have been elsewhere, at least if I understood that one correctly from the Builds Discord. So for the sake of it, let's just about have a look into the changelog to see what is new. And this is the release notes of the present builds. Now, as you can see, it does contain more fixes over the A310 only. And to be entirely clear, this is a beta update at the moment, as we can see up here. So that means that in order to opt into it, you have to sign up to the beta of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, how exactly you can do that is for another day, but enough said that if you just about Google for it, there are plenty of sources that are going to tell you how to do it. But let's just about have a look into the changelog for probably the most important change for myself, and that is the A310. So, textures, park and brake spelling fixed, some low-res textures improved on the base version. Now, park and brake spelling fixed, I'm not 100% sure what they mean with that, because you know that plane has had its Easter egg for a while now that it says parking brake instead of parking brake. But that one actually, as far as I know, is supposed to be a feature and not a bug, so we're just gonna leave it at that. Let's go ahead then with some of the more important things though. And that comes up to the EFB. So we've added automatic meta lookups based on the to and from airports. So let's have a look at what that actually looks like, because indeed it is one of the most important features that have been added with the aircraft. And this is what the weather page looks like. So you can see we've departed Bali in quite alright conditions. It also gives you the most important information down here. We expect to be landing in Phuket. Again, very good weather down here. And we also have a meta lookup function, so if we go ahead into that, and let's say for example we want to see the weather in Frankfurt, then we can just about type that in and it's going to fetch that weather data automatically. And back to flight meta brings us back to our flight page. So that is probably the most significant change, and most importantly so because it can no longer crash your FMC or hang up your displays when you're using this feature now. On the other hand side though, on the FMC, that feature has been removed, as you can see. So let's go ahead and have a look into a couple more of the features that we have with the new update. So the EFP now automatically populates wind, temperature and runway condition and QNH from the meta. So slight change there in terms of how the performance page looks like now. Let's have a look at that as well. And we can see it up here. It now got that runway condition refresh button that's just gonna change the surface, and the wind, temperature and QNH automatically populate when you access the page. So further things, added manual meta search, we just looked at that. Added ability to enter number on flight planning page, as well as sliders for passengers, cargo and fuel. Alright, let's look at those. So if we're going onto the weight and balance page up here, then if you just click onto the passenger number now, then it changes between the slider and an option to input your data. If I'm just going on here and clicking on it, then a little keyboard opens, and that keyboard allows us to enter data into the fields. Now that's a really nice feature if you ask me, because previously it was rather difficult to set everything up correctly, so very much appreciated to see that. Thank you, IndyBuilds. Let's go ahead then with further data. Remove the sound volume sliders, so the sound volume is now tied directly to the in-sim sound volumes. And on the IFEs, fixed erroneous ETA to destination, so that is on the passenger screens back in the cabin. Apart from that, we have quite a couple of sound changes. Master audio control is now through in-game settings. That's pretty much what we refer to up here as well. Then fixes to volume levels, fixed A310 volumes, fixed directionality of APU noise, fixed audio at rear of cabin being too quiet. Now, that is a somewhat interesting one, because if we do go back into the cabin, let's just go ahead and do that, then at least on the ground when I've been running on the APU, the thing has still been really quiet, and I basically didn't hear anything of my air conditioning. But this indeed seems to be quite a bit better. Let's go all the way into the back of the cabin and see what that is going to sound like. But that does seem quite consistent. The only thing that surprises me is that when you're running the airplane on APU with the APU bleed turned on, you still don't hear any sound of that inside the passenger cabin. So that kind of caught me out on the ground. But okay, looks like that thing is indeed fixed. Let's have a quick look at the IFE as well while we're back here already. We can see now ETA 3 hours 10 minutes for 1,555 miles. Yep, that roundabout matches. So that indeed seems to be fixed as well here. Alright, cool. Let's go back all the way to our flight deck. And let's continue having a look at the changelog. So, tweaks to interior attenuation, tweaks to engine sounds, tweaks to engine APU start sounds and their event cues, tweaks to brake fan and pack system sounds, and adjustment to ground rolling audio. Now, I've just done a single departure with this particular update, and I did not yet notice any large changes there. But indeed, things do sound quite nice, so it might just about be myself, but I don't notice that stuff. Going on, tooltips. Just a couple of tooltips changed there. I'm not going to talk about too much about those. Finally, ATC. Now, this is an interesting one because I don't quite get how all of those are ATC changes. Anyway, let's go over them. So, updated default livery ATC call signs. Fair enough. Lighting. Now, I haven't actually noticed yet what exactly has been changed there. Cockpit lights toggled with the L keybind. That's nice. So, let's see if we can try that out. So, down here's our cockpit light controls. Oh yeah, things do change here. Fair enough. And on with the changelog. So, control keybinds. Okay, that's an interesting one. So, I do have a couple of keybinds associated with my throttle quadrant, so why don't we just about try that out? Let's say we go to heading, put that to the side a little bit. And now I'm pressing the heading button on my hardware. And nothing happens. Nope. Okay, nothing happens over there, but might just about be me misinterpreting the changelog over there. So I will head over to their Discord to search for some clarification. CFMS changes, that is probably due to the removal of the METAR function, I guess, which is now in the EFB. Xbox fixed, need to press A twice to enter characters on the MCDU. Improved intercept calculation methodology on all SIDs and stars. Alright, I will definitely look forward to that when we get to our destination. First officer, VOR needles fixed? Well, not quite. So if we look at the captain's needles, we're showing a course of 325 that matches the ND. But if we're going over to the FO side, then up here it's showing 360 with the needles up at 360 as well. So there is something not quite working there yet, but keep in mind this is a beta update, so not everything has to be expected to be working 100% yet. Even though it would be nice if stuff from the chain top was actually fixed, but I guess we just can't have it all. Alright, then, FMC cruise temperature can now be edited. Okay, let's give that a try straight away. So, temperature, let's just make that, what do we have here? We have minus 45, so let's put that in. Yep, we see it works. Very nice. And finally, numerous FMS crashes fixed. That's always nice to hear. That basically concludes the look at the changelog of the IndyBuilds A310. There are a couple of more fixes with this beta update of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but in any case I would recommend anyone who is currently suffering from performance issues to update their simulator to the beta version, because at least on my personal system the performance issues are definitely fixed. So thank you very much for joining, everyone. I hope you have found this one interesting. If you did, then like, comment and subscribe. Do let me know what you think about it, and if the performance issues are fixed on your side as well with the beta update. This is going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, if you do want to support the channel, you can do so through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below, or if you want to become a permanent supporter, you can use the Patreon link. For now, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'm looking forward to see you all again on the next one.